Get jazzy on.
I'm that flight that you get on. International. First class seat on my lap, girl.
Bless you. All right. Can you hear me? You guys hear me okay? We're good? We're good? We're good? Hi, guys. Welcome to the NuWu Comedy Club. If you've never been here before, it's one rule and one rule only. It's a completely uncensored show. So if you're easily offended, you don't belong here, you're from Utah. You fucking suck. Please fucking leave. Because the rest of us are here to have a good fucking time. We're getting high in public, guys. First of all, let's talk about that. We're getting high in fucking public. You know how special that fucking is? We're getting high with strangers. Not in your garage, not in the backyard, not in the car while you're in the freeway. We're getting high in public legally. Nobody can do anything to us. We're just here to have a good fucking time on a Friday night here in Vegas. I think that's kind of special. But just so you guys know, couple friendly announcements, please, please, please. If you have any questions, please ask all these wonderful bud tenders. They know everything about anything that you're considering trying. So that bar, if you never had it, obviously has pre-rolls and stuff if you want to smoke. Also, can of cocktails. If you never had one, it's microdose with THC. It's fucking delicious. Also, they have dabs. If you've never had a dab, it's like a little booger. Just a little tiny booger. You flame it on until it starts smoking. You inhale it. And then you can't drive for 3 fucking days. It's the best $6 you can possibly fucking spend here because it's so inexpensive to get these things. So you guys, please, please, please take advantage. Just a couple of friendly announcements before we get the show started. So every Tuesday we have token trivia at 8 p.m. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Is that with you, Toy? With Toy and Jen also? And Jen from Japan. They're around here. That's a beautiful toy. She's going to become very important in a second. Not right now. Wednesdays, can of karaoke, guys. Can of karaoke. You want to come sing songs. You want to sing your favorite Celine Dion song, While High? You're going to...
Check.
Okay, we're back to normal. Okay, industry night, guys. So if you're in the industry, bring your badge. A lot of freebies and a lot of great deals. But it's also ladies' night on Thursday, guys. The reason that's important for you guys, it's from 8 to 11. And from 8 to 9, ladies get high for free. Remember that? Ladies get high for free. And I always recommend bring a buddy because from 9 to 11, guys are going to try to fuck you. So 8 to 9, get high. 9 to 11, bring a buddy. It's like swimming in the ocean. You never want to do it alone. Also, we're giving away 1,000 points tonight, guys. There is a monetary value to that. The reason they do points is because you can use it up here in the lounge or downstairs in the mall. So all you have to do is do an Instagram post. Tag us at NuWu Comedy Club. Show it to the beautiful toy. It has to be a post, not a story. Show it to her. Once she sees it, you get a ticket, you're in the running, and you might go, and somebody goes home with a lot of fucking weed tonight. So it's that fucking simple. Also, there's a food truck. The fuck is this name? Yoyitas. Y-O-Y. Yoyitas. Tacos and birria tacos. So, well, that's fucking good. All right, I like that shit. Also, if you have an Instagram account, please follow us. It's at NuWu Comedy Club. And that's it? Normally there's 75 fucking things I gotta fucking say. That's it? Normally I have to flip it over. All right. That's cool. All right. Guys ready to get this shit started? Thank you guys so much for coming out. The weather's finally getting really, really good consistently, so you guys are in for a treat tonight. Let's get this fucking show started. Also, if you're playing any games, any of the board games, if you're playing dominoes, do it silently. Don't do the domino motherfucker. Make it a whisper. Domino. You can still say motherfucker, but whisperly. But it's a whisperly type situation. So let's rock and roll. First comic coming to the stage is a pretty lady comic starting off the show, guys. So please show her some love for the very funny Ashley Olivas.
Baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed.
Oh, keep it going for a second.
Singing them dirty rap songs. Stop and hit the ball like Cheech and Chong and sell
This
tapes
song
from
got me
here to
expelled
Hong
from
Kong.
school.
So roll my joint.
that's good.
Pick out the
Yeah, I've been a weed head for quite some time, my friends. Got expelled from 2 schools for it. First time I got caught smoking on the bus, because we got a lot of brain cells up here. Like they're not gonna see the cloud puff out the window. It's a bird. Yeah, I got in trouble for that, big time. Then my mom sent me to a homeschool. So I'd show up and be like, I'm doing homeschool. And then I'd go to my friend's house and get high. Yeah, we were not succeeding in school in California, that is for sure. But I moved out here. I was born and mostly raised here and in California, but I will tell you, the childhood of someone who lives in Las Vegas is vastly different. Like, most dads will take you fishing and, ride bikes with you. My dad's like, let's go get crack. I mean, I drove, so I guess at 10, that's a good driving lesson, right? We can give him props for that, He's trying. I mean, is that like that level of trust, That's or just a lack of options. I am not sure. But we got around safely, until the drug dealer stole his wallet, and then I had to drive him to the police station later to have him report it as stolen. Oh, fun times. He likes to tell me how to parent today. Like I should take notes. I'm like, okay, so 4 DUIs, a prison stint. Hold on, let me get my pen. It's like, you got to pay attention to your kids. I'm like, I'm going to skip your driving lesson. I think that's a smart choice. I want to keep my kids. 3 boys. I have 3 boys. They keep me exhausted. I don't know about you, as someone who smokes a lot of cannabis, you don't want to be waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Mommy, I want a blunt first before you speak again. That's my priority. So get your own cereal, son. But it's been interesting. I don't know if anybody has ever experienced an edible situation. I have. And it always starts the same. You're really brazen and ballsy. Like, this edible ain't going to do shit to me. Like, it's not kicking in. It's not doing anything. I bought some bunk. I can tell you've bought it before, right? You've experienced this. Yeah, and then an hour later, you're like, is this permanent? Am I going to be okay? And I did it, I was talking to my granny. I'm like, edibles don't do shit to me. And she was the biggest pothead, God rest her soul, I'd ever met in my life. So she's like, want some cookies? I made cookies. And I'm like, yeah, I eat 2.5 cookies brazenly. And then I go to meet my husband's parents for the first time. I will tell you, I just abandoned the car in the middle of the road. Like, I forgot how to parallel park entirely. Like, there was like a curved, little thing, and I'm like, how am I supposed to fit? I just got out of the car, and I'm like, husband, figure it out. I don't know. And then I'm sitting on the stairs later, like, they have to know. They know. He's like, they have no idea. They don't know. I'm like, they know. Is God gonna forgive me? They were very religious. It was scary. As if the tattoos wasn't enough, showing up obliterated. Yeah, this is great first impressions. But you heard about my father. You see where this lineage is coming from. Yeah, at one point, my dad was addicted to drugs. My mom was stripping. My stepdad was selling coke. And then my stepmom stole from the Bank of America that she worked at. So I'm filled with good intentions, you guys. Just if you were wondering. I'm a trier. Try lots of weed. That's what I say. I've done dabs here. Have you ever done a dab so hard you feel it in your ears? And you just like start sweating immediately? Like, who turned the fucking heat on in here? I can't breathe. Like, you feel it in, like you got horse kicked in the chest. You're just, You're like, I'm gonna be okay. I'll take another. Keep it going strong. I love my potheads. I love all of you guys. We're friends now, just so you know. If we're good enough friends, I will show up with an ounce and get you stoned. So I got a winner. Okay, it's a lonely world out here in Vegas, okay? Gotta try to steal a friend everywhere you can. He's got 1 foot. I think I can grab him. That's terrible. I'm so sorry. I feel for you. My husband actually did break his foot. He was 10 feet up on a ladder, and the ladder crumpled underneath him, broke his foot in 4 places. He's been out of work for a year, 2 surgeries. So apparently when your foot breaks, your dick breaks too. I didn't know. I did not know that. It was a surprise to me. But I'm a super supportive wife. I went on Amazon. I bought him a new one. And it's nice because you can pick any size you want, And it's Bluetooth. It heats up. It does all this crazy gyrations like something real. And he was a good sport about it. He's like, when's my dick coming in the mail, The problem is it connects to his phone, like I said. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever met a gamer? Sometimes they don't want to put the phone down. And I'm sorry, this Nintendo V is worn out, my friends, okay? Let's pick a new game. I'm worn out. Going to a lot of open mics lately, and I will let you know, I have gained a nickname for myself, the Lifesaver. I will explain. I went to an open mic one night. I came out. We're smoking blunts outside, as we do. And across the way, I noticed a man with another man on top of him being, aggressively trying to be beaten awake. And I thought, that doesn't look right. And I told my friends, and they're like, you could get stabbed. So I probably wouldn't even pay attention to that. Look away. Hit the blunt again. He's from New York, so I don't blame him. But I couldn't help it. I'm like, I gotta go over there, okay? I gotta go investigate. So I'm projecting now. I'm using my theater voice. I'm like, is he okay? And the guy's like, I think he's ODing. I'm gonna go with no. He's not okay. So I'm like, you want me to call 911? Guy's like, I don't have a phone. At this point, we're not real good at answering questions. So I'm gonna go with yes. Call 911, he's ODing. So I call, I make the phone call, and the guy, I turn around, I look, I'm like, any of my friends coming with me, they're gone, all of them, just gone. Just not walking away, vanished. All right. So you comics can sit through 42 bad sets, but one guy's ODing, and it's like, oh, that's not the vibe for me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I go over there, and then the guy's friend just goes, fuck this guy, he can die, and leaves me alone with him. Okay. So now I'm doing chest compressions. I'm on the phone. Cop shows up, rolls over, and I'm like, oh, so excited, right? Finally, I'm going to have some help. Man, wave your hand. Me to you. That's where the cop stops, right? There's a spotlight on me, and I'm like, hey, stop. He doesn't even look at me. He looks at the guy standing outside the bar with a mohawk, and he's like, that's where the trouble is, and just drives away. Leaves me there with a dying guy. My friends finally get him to come over. He half-assed puts an Narcan in his nose. Doesn't work. 3 more doses of Narcan. This guy comes back to life, okay? On Easter. So, I leave. I'm the last one to leave the scene, and I walk over to my friends, and they're trying to, make it, light. There's, 11 comics. I'm like, oh, there you are. My thoughts and prayers. I was looking for you. And, they're trying to make it light. They're like, Happy Easter. And I was like, it was the time to resurrect somebody. So now when I show up, they're like, the Lifesaver. So there you go, my friends. You're witnessing miracles today. Okay, that is my time. Thank you so much. Keep the laughter going for my friends and for Gabe Lopez, who I love, my very good friend.
Skating on decking rims. So roll the 83 Cadillac coupe to reveal. If my tapes and my CDs just don't sell.
Give it up for my little pothead friend, Ashley Olivas, one more time. I got more, guys. Special guest just showed up. I'm actually a big fan of this guy. Please, please, please show him some NuWu love for the very funny Shay Freeman.
Hello, NuWu. Just a few minutes ago, I was just like you. I was high out of my mind, waiting for the show to start, and now I'm up here. Anything is possible. How are we feeling? We're good? Yeah? We're a little high. We're a little... This is probably not the face you expected to see for the next 20 minutes, like while you're up here. I have a wake me up kind of face, you know? Like my face is like, this is what your brain looks like on drugs kind of face, you know? One of those 80s PSAs. I do look different. Let's talk about it. It's the first thing people notice when they meet me, and it's the first thing that they ask. They're like, what happened? You know, not like, hi, what's your name? Just, what happened to you? A few years ago, I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. That's what you're seeing. I don't know who in here got the shot. I don't know what your symptoms were, but this was my Fauci ouchie. That's what we call it. No, I'm playing. I was born this way. I was born to two great parents. Parents are hot, too. Like, that's the thing. Everybody's like, what did your mom and dad look like? They're both attractive people. My mom is a spicy Latina. Yeah. My father is my mom's brother. Still good-looking guy. You know, keep it all in the family. That's what we do. No, I'm kidding. My dad is actually Sloth from the Goonies. I'm a Nepo baby. Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't I don't know what he had. I was born with something called Cruzon syndrome. Not a lot of people know what that is. Cruzon's like, I'm not even sure what it is. Like, I couldn't tell you exactly what it was. Like, when people ask me what is Cruzon syndrome, I tell them it's the brand of tequila my mom drank while she was pregnant with me. But that's not true. She didn't have her first drink until after she saw what I look like. Right there, and the doctor's like, yeah, it was 2 for 1 in the maternity ward. It was great. No, I don't blame her. I was an ugly baby. Like, I was. That's kind of what the doctor said, in a way. Like, he didn't say it. But, like, when he pulled me out of my mom, he looked at me and said, at least he has a good personality, right? And we all know what that's code for, you know, big penis. But still, very scary. Very scary in that moment. No, I was an ugly baby. That's past tense, all right? It's 2026. I no longer identify as an ugly baby, just for the record, all right? I now identify as a sexy adult. That's how I want to be treated, okay? My pronouns are damn boy. That's how I want to be addressed. It's great, man. I love being sexy, you know? It's nice. I'm actually the sexiest person in the world with Cruzon syndrome. It's true. No, you laugh, but until you see another one of us running around in the wild, I am the standard that you base that on, okay? That's right. I don't know who in here knows what it's like to be at the top of their race of people, but I do, okay? I'm in the top 1% of googly-eyed fucks that you would want to fuck. It's just me and Steve Buscemi. That's it. That's the whole list. Just up on a mountain, like, hey, how you doing? Nice eyes. It wasn't always this easy, though. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, growing up was kind of hard for me because I was put in special education when I started out in school, basically because of the way I looked. These schools were like, we just don't know if the kids are gonna like them or they're gonna accept them. They thought that I was gonna bite these kids on the neck and they would turn into like whatever I was, you know. And as far as I know, that's not how it spreads. But that was the public schools, right? Like, they put me in special education. And that's really offensive to me because I grew up in Florida. The whole state is special education, you know? And it's like, how much lower could you go? They found a spot, you know? That's why I did not go to a public school. I actually, I went to a private Christian school for 12 years because, fun fact, the Christians love me. It's true. I'm a 5-star recruit for those guys. You know what I mean? Like they were like, we don't know what that is, but we got to get them on a flyer immediately. We need the money. They're just passing me around like a fucking offering plate. Like, give this boy something, you know? And it's, you know, it's weird. It's ironic, you know, because like I found out like that there were like these old interpretations of the Bible that said that if a baby that was like born like me, that was considered an abomination of God, right? And like I know that because there was a movie that came out when I was a kid called The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Are we familiar with this? Shout out to Quasimodo. That was my Disney prince. I don't know who you guys had. That was my guy, right? I don't know. It's a good movie. I don't know who here has seen it. You know, like you've seen it, right? Okay, yeah. It's kind of dark for a kids movie, right? You know, like just like the first 5 minutes of the movie, it's like Quasimodo's mom dies at the foot of the Notre Dame Cathedral, right? And like the bad guy comes out and he sees the body, he sees the baby, he picks the baby up, he goes, ew, right? You know, he's like, we can't have this lying around, right? So he like walks over to a well, right? Like he's holding this baby over the well. He wants to kill this ugly baby, but he can't. It's a Disney movie. But still, he's holding it over the well, and then he realizes, like, I can't do this. I'm a man of God, right? I got a better idea. We'll hide him away in the bell tower for the rest of his life and never show his face again to the world. And I'll admit, it's not the worst thing the Catholic Church ever did to a child, but still, for a Disney movie, it's pretty messed up. I'm forgiven. That's how that works, right? I guess that's what I learned in a private Christian school. No, it's interesting. I did love that movie though. Like my favorite scene in the whole movie is when Quasimodo like saves Esmeralda, right? Like she's about to be lit on fire, and he swoops in, he looks her in the eyes, unties her, and he goes, oh, no, right? Like you've seen it. I get chills every time I do that, man. You know, like. Cause like I know that they're gonna make that movie one day. Like they're gonna like in live action. They're doing it to all the classics. They'll get around to that one eventually. And like all I'm saying is if they do, like give me a call. You know, like I feel like that's the role I was literally born to play. Like no one else could do it. I swear to God, if they cast Timothy fucking Chalamet as Quasimodo, I will riot in the streets. I don't care how good of an actor he is. My culture is not a costume, Disney. Do the right thing. Call me, you know? Because, like, I just want to, like, prove to America and everywhere else that this ugly baby fucks, okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you too can be like me. That's the only way I'm ever going to be able to do it, you know? Like, but it's fine. I just got married a few months ago, which was pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. Shout out to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Those guys are amazing. Did you know this? They make dreams come true. I had to pay for it. Still, money well spent. It was great, man. My wife is incredible. She's smart. She's funny. She's beautiful. She goes to another school. You guys wouldn't know who she is, but still, she is legit, man. She's great. Like, I feel like I found my forever home. You know, like if I were a rescue dog in this situation. And a lot of times I do feel like one, you know, because like she found me in the streets of Los Angeles, like dirty and wet and cold. And she was like, you'll do, right? Like she brought me home, cleaned me up. And it's nice, right? Because like she feeds me. She lets me sleep in the bed with her. Every now and again, she puts peanut butter on her pussy, lets me lick it off. That's my treat if I'm a good boy. And I am a good boy. Look, I'm not going back to the shelter, guys. Like, it's not an option, you know? I do. I get my wife. My wife is Spanish, man. She makes me nervous, you know, because like their national sport is arguing, and she is so fucking good at it. Like I'm terrible at it, you know. Like she could argue with me in like 2 different languages, and it's like I feel like I married Stephen A. Smith, you know, like she's just like constantly picking fights with me for no reason, saying words she doesn't understand, like bloviate and gaslighting. Like she doesn't know what these words mean, you know. But it's true. Like I got into a fight with her recently because I'm high right now. Just for the record, I want to just say this for this part of the story. But like I told her that I wasn't gonna smoke for a while, and like she found my little one hitter, and I lied. And it's not like she was going to be mad. She was just mad that I lied, right? Like, ladies, sometimes you're not just mad at the things guys do. You're just mad that we think that you're dumb and that you'll just believe whatever comes out of our mouths, right? You know? And, like, that's the thing. My wife got upset about that because I do have a habit of lying, you know? Like, I'll admit, like, one of the biggest things I lied about when we first got together was masturbating. Like, I said I didn't masturbate. And you guys are all looking at me like, you're probably, like, an all-star when it comes to, and look, I'll take it one further, guys. I'm the Tom Brady of jacking off. Like I really am. I was, bro. Like, put 20 years of work into this thing, like breaking records. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting old, you know? Like my wrists hurt. I'm going blind. A lot of things are changing. But, you know, if you're an athlete like me, you know, even out of retirement, it's just like the game calls you back, right? You know? And that was kind of what something happened like last year. I was on the road for like 3 weeks, and you know, I was like, you know what? Let me just rub one out for old time's sake, right? Like, get the band back together for one last farewell tour, you know, right before the wedding and shit, right? So I was like, okay. I got really excited, you know, like as soon as I got off the plane, I went to a CVS. I bought a bottle of cocoa butter lotion, you know. It said for tan skin. I was like, I have tan skin. That's for me. So I grabbed it. Took it back to the hotel, had a blast, 3 of them. It was great. It was awesome. Finished the whole bottle. Not in one night. It was a 3-week period, okay? You got to follow the story here. So I finished the bottle, and by the time I was done, I throw the bottle away, and I'm feeling guilty, right? Like, that's like that Christian schoolboy guilt in me. Like, I'm feeling guilty. I know I should have done that, right? And I go to the sink to wash my hands of my sins one last time, and I look down, and my hand is dark brown. Yeah, see, because I read the bottle wrong. I thought it meant if you already have tan skin. Turns out, nope. And so if my hand was dark brown, guess what else was too? That's right, my dick was in blackface, and I was mortified. Like, I'm looking down, I'm like, am I gonna get arrested for this? Like, I don't know how this works, right? You know, this has never happened to me. I'm like looking down, it's like my dick just looked like a young Lionel Richie, you know what I mean? Just like Jerry Curl, just crooning at me, like, hello? Is it me you're looking for? I'm like, no, I wanted a white penis, what the fuck is going on? This is not good. My dick was so brown, it looked like a Spike Lee joint, okay? Like, it was, like, I was nervous, you know? I had to do the right thing, and that right thing was telling my wife, because there was no way she was not gonna notice, you know what I mean? And I finally saw her a couple days later after this, and, you know, I remember I sat her down on the bed, and I was like, look, there's no easy way to say this, so I'm just gonna show you, okay? And I pull my pants down. I'm just standing there, right? Like, you know, dick swinging in the wind, Donald ducking it, you know, waiting my fate. And like, I'm looking, and I thought she was gonna be mad. She was shocked, but she was more like excited, you know. She was like, "Oh my God, it's bigger," and I was like, "No, it's not. It's the same size, just a different shade of me," you know. She was like, "What am I gonna tell my parents?" I was like, hopefully nothing. I don't know why you gotta bring them into this. She was like, well, it's because I've never been with a black guy before. And like, you still aren't going to, you know, it's just a part of me, you know? And like, she was like, we can't waste any more time. I'm like, all right, fine, sure. So we had sex, and guys, I'm gonna be honest, it was the best sex I've ever had in my entire life. Like, she was doing shit I didn't even know she was capable of, you know? And like, at the end of it, we're just like laying there, and she's like, oh my God, like, I don't even know who I was anymore. Like, that was incredible. Like, and I'm looking at her like, you called me Jamal like 3 different times. Who is that? You know what I mean? It was crazy, bro. Like, it was nuts. Moral of the story is, don't lie. Just tell the truth to your lady, you know? You know, I did enjoy my 3 weeks or so of having a big black penis. That was nice. The hard part was having to, you know, say goodbye to it, but we're fine. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed that joke. I hope it didn't like cross the line a little bit. A white guy talking about his big black penis. You know, we're only 2 months removed from Black History Month. Here, this guy is. You know, racism is not cool. I get it. I know. I actually have experienced racism before. First time I ever experienced it was the first job that I ever had. Actually, I was a dishwasher. I always wanted to be a bartender. And I remember I applied for this job one time, and it was going well. And the guy was like, Shay, we love you. You got front of the house personality, but you got back of the house looks. So grab an apron, get to work. And that was how I got my first job. I worked as a dishwasher at this really nice steakhouse. And this, you know, these 2 guys that work with me from Guatemala, nice guys, couldn't speak English very well. But we had a good time together. My boss would always get mad at us though, like, cause we had rich people that would come in and out of the kitchen all the time, and he would always like grill us. He'd be like, "Hey, when people come in, you don't talk to them, all right? You put your head down, you keep working. That's why I pay you. I don't pay you guys to socialize, right?" And like, there was this woman that would come in every Friday, and she would walk over to me and she would talk to me all condescending, right, and like slow, and she would look me in the eyes. She would go, "Hi, sir. Hi. Can you help me take the trash downstairs? Thank you. Thank you." And she did this every Friday for 3 months. And one day, I bit up the courage to say something to her, right? I saw her walking up towards me, and I said, "Listen, before we get started, I just want to let you know something. I'm an American, okay? I speak English. I know exactly what you're saying. I don't want this to be awkward, but I just thought you should know, okay?" And like, look, I know she felt bad, right? Because her eyes got all big, and she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were retarded." And now, like, I don't know if that's racism per se, but I felt very marginalized in that moment. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to be called that. And that's the thing. I've been called that my entire life. Like, I've had that word said to me on numerous occasions, you know? And it doesn't bother me. Like, if a comic came up here and said that word on stage, I would not care. But if a comic came up here and said that word and half the audience looked over at me to see if they could laugh, that's the offensive part. Okay? Because I'm not that, you know? But I'm a positive guy, you know? I like to sometimes take these things and use them for positive ways. Like, I will say this. There is actually a lot of benefit for being referred to that, you know? Like, I'll give you guys an example. Like, growing up, we used to go to Disney World all the time. We lived in Florida. I'd be in the park, pushed around in a wheelchair. Not because I had to be. It just made more sense financially for me to be in the wheelchair, you know? Sweet Disney prince, here we go. The only problem was, like, anytime I wanted to play with my cousins, like, my uncles would spray me with a bottle of water, and they'd be like, "Sit back down, we're not paying full price. These tickets are expensive. You're gonna blow our cover," you know? Another way this comes in handy is I played basketball all throughout my life. My senior year of high school, I averaged like 19, 20 points a game, which was, yeah, pretty cool, considering most of it came in the first half. All right, you see, because whenever we would come out as a team, I was a captain, so I led the line, you know, the layup lines, right? The other coaches would see me, and they'd be like, "Oh, they're letting him play tonight. Okay, all right, guys, gather around. Hey, tonight, we get to be heroes, okay? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to let the boy get the ball, all right? We're going to let him take a shot. If he makes it, we call a timeout. Now we're on TV. Do you see it now, guys? All right, so here, put your hands in. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, heroes, you know? Like, and that's how it would start. Like, these games would start out, I'd be wide open, you know? I would take the shot. I would make it. People would go crazy, you know? No one would call a timeout. We'd keep playing. I'd get the ball again. I'd make another shot, and then another shot. And then a fourth one. Finally, the coaches are panicking. They're calling a timeout. They're like, "Hey, guys, huddle up. What the fuck is going on out there?" He's like the Forrest Gump of basketball. Like, so, we got to do something. Put an elbow in his face. That's where he gets all of his power from. I don't know. Like, draw up a play, you know? And it's crazy. Like, I remember this one time we were playing against this other Christian school, and there was a guy in the stands who was a fan of the other team. He, like, yelled at us as we were going to the locker rooms. He yelled at the other team, said, "You guys can't let that retard beat you." I know, right? And look, they kicked him out. That's what you're supposed to do, right? But it lit a fire under my ass, boy. I'll tell you. Because, like, I came out of that second half locked in, tongue out, like, you know? Like Michael Jordan, guys, not the other thing, you know? It is, I will say this, though. There is a kind of a gray area to my privilege that I have. Like, for example, like, all right, I don't know if you guys can follow this logic. I hope. Okay, like, I feel like in today's day and age, everybody wants to be right, but more importantly, nobody wants to be wrong. Does that make sense, right? Like, we see it, like, people argue on social media all the time. Everybody wants to be right, but nobody wants to be wrong. I'll give you the best example. So, like, I was going to get some cigarettes one time. I pulled into a 7-Eleven. There are no spots available, just the handicap spot, right? So I pulled up thinking, no big deal. I'm just going to be 2 minutes in and out. Who cares, right? Well, there was a woman outside who very much cared, right? Like, she's standing by the sign. She's mad, pointing at it like, you see that sign? You can't park here. You got to move your car, right? Like, she's yelling at me. And I knew she was right. But I also didn't want to be wrong, you know? So, like, I knew what I had to do. I took a deep breath. I got out of the car. I looked this woman in the eyes, and I said, you can't tell me what I can't do. And look, I know she felt bad because her eyes got all big. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were retarded. And then, like, she took me by the hand. She bought me some candy. We were at the checkout line. She looked at me with just like this, like, wonder, you know. She was like, I didn't know they let you guys drive cars. And I was like, they do. And, you know, we all learned something that day, you know. You guys are going to hell, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm coming right there along with you. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a lot of fun. Hey, my name is Shay Freeman. You guys have been a great crowd. Keep it going for Gabe.
Get up for Shay one more time, guys. Oh, I did not expect that on that 7-Eleven joke. Oh. You guys doing good so far? Doing good? It's time for a headliner. Can you guys hear okay in the back? Speakers working? Okay, good. Guys ready? It's been a long time since I had this asshole because he's fucking touring around the fucking country. He has a special on Amazon Prime. Finally got him back. Please show him some love for my buddy Carlos Anthony!
Baby shark, do-do-do-do-do, baby shark. Mommy shark, do-do-do-do-do, mommy shark, do-do-do-do-do.
You gonna play that bullshit for me? Hey, y'all give it up for everybody. Give it up for Ashley and Shay. This is wonderful. I like how y'all stopped clapping for me like I was the wrong dude, y'all. He's like, hey, man, we don't know this motherfucker. I don't know y'all either. He was talking about it's been a while since I've been here. It wasn't because I was touring. It's because the last time I came here, they got me so fucked up. I left here and I got pulled over. Technically, I didn't get pulled over. I was sitting at a stoplight and a cop pulled up right next to me. And he was like, hey, man, you have to go. The light is green. Plus, you can't eat that taco like that. And I didn't realize that I just had a naked-ass taco in my hand. I ain't have on no clothes, butt-ass naked in my car. First of all, I was like, well, I got this naked-ass taco in my hand, and I'm butt-ass naked. Where'd I get this taco from? I just wanted, that's a true story. How about that? I still don't know what them damn clothes is today, but and y'all halfway getting me fucked up right now, so I need to do this show and get the fuck out of here. This is trying to get my shit together. There's some of y'all looking at me crazy. Did y'all think I was going to be Mexican? I gotta slow down. I talk fast, and I know y'all fucked up. So take a look at it. He got a white black dick. I am just black. I'm being honest with y'all. Listen, yeah, I am fully black. My work ethic is not that strong. I'm gonna go ahead and put that out for you. I see my Latin people in the building. I'm glad y'all took off tonight. That's wonderful. But how about this? I ain't always been black. How about that? Somebody said, what? Yes. I moved to Vegas during the summertime. When I lived in Little Rock, Arkansas, I was a 5'4" white man, and I moved there during the summertime, and I stood out in that sun too long. I didn't put on no sunscreen. And y'all see what the fuck happened to me, right? I became a whole 6'2" black man with a big bank account. Ain't God good, eh? I want to see what the freak side is. But moving here in the summertime is interesting because I told you I lived in Little Rock, Arkansas. I used to watch the documentaries on HBO about the prostitution in Vegas. And I was like, ooh, I want to live there one day. It's not because of the hoes. It just looked fun. It looked fun. But I was thinking when I moved here, I was like, surely these hoes take a summer vacation because it gets to be too hot here. It gets to be 120 degrees. I was like, you can't be out there at 120 degrees selling hot pussy. That don't make no... I'm going to let that marinate. 120 degrees? Do y'all know that is extra crispy pussy? That is extra crispy pussy for sure. 110, 115, that's rotisserie pussy. They just out there You out there turning around. Any minute now, you gonna get this good old rotisserie pussy. Just ding! Would you like this $12 rotisserie pussy? Y'all don't ask me how I know it's $12. That's Tropicana Boulder Highway. Y'all know about Tropicana and Boulder Highway because I'm assuming it's all locals here, right? We all locals? The majority. Are there any tourists in here? Okay. Did y'all know about Tropicana and Boulder Highway? Don't get high on me now. You heard the question. He trying to act like he knows. I think I saw you on Boulder Highway earlier, player. That's where the hoes are. That's where the hoes are. Those be the low budget hoes. There's one out here selling crispy pussy. That's. But they ran them hoes off Tropicana. Who knew that construction was their kryptonite? They was like, we gonna fix these roads. Y'all hoes got to get the fuck out of here. Go take y'all asses down the Boulder Highway. But those be the low budget hoes that have to walk the street. They have to walk the street. Those be the low budget hoes. I didn't realize this until I was like, where the high valued hoes at? And they be in the casinos. And I'm not talking about like Circus or Excalibur, nothing like that. You might as well get that shit off the street. They be in like Aria and Cosmo, and I didn't realize this. I went into Aria one night, and I was having me a drink, and a beautiful lady came and sat next to me. We was having great conversation. We was going back and forth for a while, and she was like, would you like to go spend some more time with me? And I was like, fuck yeah. Because she was making me feel real good about myself. And she said, it's going to be $250. And I said, nah, bitch, it's only like 11:45. I said, slow down, we have time. She was like, you so crazy, it's $250. I was like, what the fuck is $250? She was like, for my good stuff. I was like, what kind of good stuff costs $250 fucking dollars? So I'm looking around, there's a lot of beautiful ladies in this room. I'm gonna ask a question. I know y'all high again. I had to say this, I had to preface this so I can say it slow. Y'all can hear me, ladies? Okay. Any woman in here believes she has $250 worth of pussy on her right now? You said priceless. Okay, priceless. We got priceless here. Anybody else got a price, ma'am? What you say, ma'am? You got $250? You said that's too low. Okay, well, let's play a game. We're going to play Pussy Price Right. You ready? Pussy Price is Right. Who's ready? Okay, you said that's too low. Let's go with it. If you had to put some pussy on the market right now, how much you going for? 1,000. 1,000, 25, 25, 1,000 fucking dollars? Cash, American dollars. Can we pay Bitcoin? Can we? Shit, I wish the fuck I would pay $1,000 for some goddamn pussy. For $1,000, I should be able to step inside of that pussy and go to a magical place I ain't never been to. Be like, who gonna finish your ceiling, baby? This shit is your shit. $1,000, shit. Ain't no pussy on earth that good. What'd you say? That's a little rent. You gonna be homeless fucking around with me. Man, don't tell me, bitch. You gonna get on the Tropicana Boulder Highway. It's gonna take you a little while to get that 1,000 for $12 though. That woman had me thinking. I was like, she told me $250. You say 1,000. You say priceless. Red Don, we already know about your pussy. We saw you heard about yours on Netflix. I was confused. I started thinking. I left that woman because I didn't have $250 worth that I wanted to pay her. But I was thinking, you know what? If this comedy career don't work out for me, and I got to put some dick on the market. I mean, let's just talk about it. How much could I get for it? I want to know what the going rate in Vegas was for dick on the market. And I'm looking around, my fellas. Did y'all know y'all can get a dick appraisal? Some of y'all look real confused. Did you know you can get a dick appraisal, player? You right here. You didn't know that? Yeah, you can get a dick appraisal. Did you know how you can do it? I'm going to tell you. What you got to do, fellas, you got to take a picture of your dick. Put it on a nice carpet block. Put some nice scenery around it. Don't do it when it's cold, though, because that's going to fuck up your presentation. Then you send it off to 3 ex-girlfriends because they've already done the market research. You got to send it off to 3 ex-girlfriends, and I got my market research back. Sent it off to 3 ex-girlfriends. My first ex-girlfriend told me she paid $250. I was like, that must be the going rate in Vegas. I was like, okay. Second one told me she paid $175. I was like, bitch, that's below $200. The last one told me $12 with a goddamn Groupon. So Groupon, bitch, I should have cheated on your ass when I had the chance. Groupon dick, this discounted dick. That is just the tip. I'm gonna slow down. I told you I'm talking fast. Are y'all that high right now? Collectively, y'all that high? Do they got cocaine here? Huh? Not yet. Listen. I might need some cocaine tonight. I'm gonna do the dirty with Gabe tonight. I think I might do some cocaine tonight. I'm trying to get my shit together, but I'm an edibles guy. Did I miss something? What the fuck I miss? Doing cocaine and getting my shit together. Why did you point down like this? Now I ain't been talking about I only said something about my dick once. You remember Shay was up here. He was talking about his black dick. But since you want to talk about it, let's talk about dicks. Let's just go ahead and get into that. That's why I don't do cocaine. But I've heard if you do cocaine, fellas in here can probably tell me. If they heard if you do cocaine, it make it harder, longer. Is that true? Any man in this room been on the coke? I like how y'all just looked around at each other like. I can't, because first of all, I'm an edibles guy. I do an edible and I go straight the fuck to sleep because that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm 51 years old. I don't need it. What the fuck I need to be up for 3 days for? I got kids. I just, fuck them kids. I don't want to see them. But plus, I don't make good decisions in my regular life. You can't go from an edible to cocaine. Nah, and this is how I know I don't make good decisions in my regular life because we in here doing weed and all this other kind of stuff. But like a couple of years ago when the gas was at its highest price, I went in to get gas. I wanted to get $5 on pump 5, and I walked in to pay to give them my $5, and I noticed they had pills behind the counter in a container. And I was like, well, ma'am, what are those for? And she was like, well, they're special pills. I was like, you got special pills at the gas station? And she was like, yep. I was like, well, what do they do? She said, it's called rhinos. I was like, bitch, I can read. What do the rhinos do? And she said, it's like Viagra. And I was like, at the gas station? And she was like, yep. I was like, well, shit, I don't need it, but you selling it. Give me the 2-pack. I want to see how this unfolds. I want to see how this unfolds. So any man in this room ever taken Viagra? Now y'all really going to act like y'all don't hear what the fuck I said. It's all you men in here. And I'm looking at some old schools. It's just, oh, you heard. Don't pull your cap down, sir. You heard what the fuck I said. You probably got Viagra in your pocket right now. You wait for this show to be over, you go pop it because you know you got about 45 minutes before it takes hold of you. And then all you going to have is 4 good hours. Ain't that right? That's right. That's right. I'll tell y'all something. I called them shits called rhinos. And this is how I had to walk around with a hard dick for 4 straight days. Oh, damn is correct. For 4 straight days. Because let's be honest, man, we got nowhere to put no hard dick like that for 4 straight days, do we? Because I tried to push it down one pocket leg. I was like, I'm right-handed. That ain't going to work. So I moved it over and I put it down the other side. But then I had to tape it around my thigh. And it got weird that when I saw a beautiful woman and it got hard, my whole goddamn leg started coming up like... Like, there's no reason I'm about to pull a hamstring because I got a hard dick. But I'll be honest with y'all, listen here, I tried some shits when I was a single man. So I went home and didn't have nobody to go home to. And I'm laying in the bed and that shit was just poked up straight in the air. And I'm trying to watch TV and I kept trying to look around and I was like, this shit ain't working for me. I'm gonna tell y'all something, I pushed it down one time and my thumb slipped and my dick came back and popped me in the forehead. And I fucked around and damn near got a concussion. I'm gonna let that marinate. A concussion? Have you ever got a concussion before? Fuck no, you're Asian. It wouldn't hit you. It hit you right here in your belt buckle. He got so bad that every time I was laying down, every time my ceiling fan went around, my ceiling fan kept hitting it. I don't like y'all's judgment. Y'all don't know me like that. Because I know y'all looking at me, y'all like, Carlos, that's crazy as hell. How was it hitting the ceiling fan if the ceiling fan is in the ceiling and you was down here? I'm going to tell y'all, it's one or two things. Either one, I have very low ceilings in my house, or I sleep in a bunk bed. I'm going to let y'all figure that out amongst yourselves. It's my son's bunk bed at that. I'm pacing myself because my mouth is really dry. I don't know what the fuck kind of shit y'all got smoking this, but it's getting in my nostrils and in my mouth. I got water back there. I ain't gonna walk back there and get it yet. I'm trying to get my shit together. I celebrated my 51st birthday last year, but I celebrated it in Laughlin, Nevada. No. Ain't nothing to clap about in Laughlin. I was like, because ain't shit to do in Laughlin. I was down there doing shows, and they was like, well, for your birthday, we're going to take you to see some ass. And I was like, in Laughlin? He's like, yeah, it's not really in Laughlin. We're going to have to travel to get it. I was like, well, can we stop by ATM on the way? I want to get some ones. He was like, no, you ain't got to do that. I was like, then what I got to do? They was like, we feed it. I was like, y'all feed ass in Laughlin down here? They was like, no. They took me to some shit called Oatman, Arizona. And see, somebody heard about it. You know, you want to tell the class what's in Oatman, Arizona? Say it louder. You fucked up for real. He couldn't even get out donkey. It's fucking donkeys. They took me to see some goddamn donkeys. I was like, that is not the ass I wanted to see. That is... You can't make it rain on no donkey. They will front kick you in your goddamn teeth. I was like, what the fuck is y'all doing? It's like, we bullshitting with you. We gonna take you by a strip club on the way back from Oatman. It's in Bullhead City, Arizona. I was like, I don't like the first choice, so I don't really think I'm gonna like the second one. They was like, no, it's an actual strip club. It's called Dream Girls. I was like, okay, well, that sounds magical. Let's go to Dream Girls. And we got to Dream Girls, and it wasn't no cars in the parking lot. I was like, did all these hoes take an Uber or a Lyft to get to work? I was like, ain't nobody here. What time did they get here? Everybody get to work. Then we walked in, and I was like, shit, they need to rename this shit. This shouldn't be called Dream Girls. This should be called Nightmares. This don't make, as a man, I should never walk into a strip club and be like, you know what? I'm about to save a bunch of money today. My kid's gonna actually go to college. How about that? They college fund is safe. But then they had $2 tequila shots, and I'm like, ooh, I'm all for that. Listen, I'll take shots all day long. And I was at the bar taking them back. I was like, oh, shh. And then I saw a woman get up, and she started walking past. I was like, ooh, shit, we got action. It was only because her titties were so long. Let me paint a picture for y'all. If y'all have ever been into a strip club before, you know that there's a pole in the center of a strip club, and most of the dancers, they sashay over to the pole, they grab the pole, and they slide down, they kick their legs out, and they twirl around, and they do all the tricks, and that's when the dudes make it rain. Not this hoe. She took a titty and threw it around each side of the pole. And I kept hitting it back. I was like, pow! Pow! Because I thought we was playing tetherball. So I ain't never been into a strip club with games before. This is the Chuck E. Cheese of strip clubs. It's like, get my fucking coupon so I can get my koozie and get the fuck on out of here. But I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to stay out there. Actually, I'm way out the strip clubs now. I'm in a new relationship, and I'm looking at this. A lot of people in y'all. Are y'all in happy relationships? Whew. That was fucking rough. Some of y'all are sitting right next to somebody. Y'all looked over each other like, fuck no. That's why we in here getting fucking high, so I don't forget this motherfucker. Are y'all in relationships at all? Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't be asking y'all questions because y'all high, and that's why y'all like, we didn't come for you to talk to us. Shut your ass up, sir. Yeah, man. Pull your skull cap back down over your face. I'm in a relationship now. I'm happy about it because for a while I didn't think I should be in a relationship anymore because I started to realize the older I got, I come with baggage. And we got to always realize we come with baggage, right? Mine happens to be a CPAP machine. And I don't know if you know what a CPAP machine is, but it is where you are fighting for your life. Every night, just so you can get a good night's sleep. If you don't have that mask on your face like a fighter jet pilot, like Maverick from Top Gun or Bane from the movie Batman, you will snore the acoustics off your ceiling. It gets real fucking rough at night. And my ass, ooh, boy, I know I was snoring. I was snoring so loud one night, I thought somebody was breaking into my house. Like, who the fuck is in here? It's like, oh shit, that was me. I'm gonna put this goddamn mask back on my face. Plus, for a while, I think I should be in a relationship because I was like, you can't make a CPAP machine look sexy. He said, shit, you got a CPAP? Then what the fuck do you know about it? Wait a minute now, we got a whole different question now. You said, shit, you want a sexy CPAP machine? Huh? It looks bad. Bad as in good? Then what the fuck are we talking about right now? That is what I said. That ain't how it sounded. Did y'all hear what he said? Am I fucked up or is he fucked up? Because I was like, yeah, you can't make it look sexy. We agree on that, right? Because how I was going to go to some woman's house, and I was going to be like, hey, baby, why don't you go off up in that room and put on a little bit something sexy? And she in her bathroom putting on lingerie, and I am in her room hooking up machinery and asking, does she have an extension cord? Because you got to get that thing close to the bed. If you don't get that hose close to the bed, you're going to fuck around and die. But I'm going to let y'all in on this because I feel like I'm talking to family now, so we just going to go with this. How about I still plan to fuck in my CPAP machine? You goddamn right. I'm going to put that mask right on my face and shh. I'm going to take the hose, throw it over my shoulder. Shh. Both of us going to get a good night's sleep that night for sure. Darth Vader, I'm a Darth Vader that pussy. That is right. I like how y'all giving me tags. This is wonderful. This is gonna work even better later. Watch. But see, the Lord know what He be doing. He gave me a new woman, and she's a respiratory therapist. How about that? So, ain't God good? Cause listen, not only is she my girl now, she is my healthcare provider. I drop my insurance fast, baby. Bitch, I'm just trying to breathe. You got me. You got me, miss. But we try to be health conscious. We watch our sleep scores on our watches and stuff. And she told me one night, I don't know, I'm educating y'all now. My show ain't about comedy, it's about educating you too. If you know your sleep, your oxygen level is supposed to be above 90%, right? So she was like, my mind dropped to 89 one night. And I was like, wow, is that bad? She was like, yeah, anything below 90 is bad. And I was like, ooh, shit. Because I was looking at mine, because she live in Sacramento, I live here. I was looking at mine, and my shit said 73%. And I was like, oh, shit, I've basically been dying all night long. I was like, this is why I've been waking up exhausted, because I'm fucking dead every night. Do you know how much energy it takes to resurrect yourself every day? But I'm trying to get my health together because a couple of years ago, again, I'm talking to y'all like family, ride with me on this. I had been working out really hard, and I didn't eat a lot. And I was running around the streets of Vegas, and I started to feel myself getting faint. I was like, ooh, I got to pull over and get me something to eat real quick. And I pulled into a 7-Eleven, and I passed out in the chip aisle of 7-Eleven, that's a bad place to pass out, first of all, because they don't know how to handle situations like that. Because this is how that motherfucker woke me up. I was laying in the chip aisle of 7-Eleven. Y'all follow me on this? Take a guess at how he woke me the fuck up. I would have taken a smack in the face, water. This motherfucker grabbed a hot dog off the roller and put it under my nose like it was smelling salt. I was like, do you ever... Woke up to a whole goddamn hot dog under my nose. I was like, what kind of medical advice? Get this fucking shit out of here. Because that's not a medical thing that you would want to wake up. First of all, I'm glad he wasn't dangling it over my mouth. That would have been. Then last year, I made I made a bad decision. I bought what you call them body shapers for me and the tank tops. Yeah, I bought me one of them because I was like, oh, I want to get my stomach sucked in. I want to see if this can work. But I should have bought an extra large. And I fucked around and bought a large. And I got it, and I was like, ooh, this shit kind of tight. If you holding it out and it's kind of tight, I was like, fuck it, I'm here for it now. So I pulled it down over my head, and the shit got right here, and then it stopped. And like I had on a halter top, but I was like, I ain't no fucking quitter. I'm going to push this shit all the way down. And I pushed it all the way down, and it sucked in my stomach. I was like, God damn. But then I started to faint again. I was like, does anybody have a hot dog? I had to call my son. Come get me. Come cut me out this shit. Speaking of kids, though, fuck them kids. And I don't mean like R. Kelly style. You got to be very clear these days. I know we dealing with the Epstein shit, but I'm telling y'all, if you have kids, fuck them kids, man. Because I'm sick of it. I've had enough. If you don't have kids, make some noise. You do not. I figured you didn't have no kids. I don't know why. If you don't have kids, don't have kids. I mean, sometimes they're good, and then they get to be teenagers, and you're like, I will punch you in your face every fucking chance I get. Because I've been waiting on my 18-year-old to run away. And I was like, kids don't run away no more. Like, I hadn't had his bags packed since he got here. I was like, because he used to live in Georgia, and he was in Georgia giving his mama hell. And if you are a father, we have a job to do. Do we not, fathers? One good father. And he didn't say that. He didn't even sound pretty good. Yes. We got a job to do. So I had to bring him to my house so we can do a little course correction. And I brought him to my house, and he was like, Dad, can I tell you something? I was like, I'm all about open communication. Talk to me. He's like, if you ever decide to put your hands on me, I'm going to call the cops. That is the laugh I gave him. I was like, son, that is a real cute thought process. Because what you don't know is I actually already called the cops before you got here, because I want to know what the bail amount is going to be after I fuck you up. I want to know what I'm going to be in for. And the court told me it's going to be $6,000 for assault. I was like, well, that's cool. Because I went to jail on a little misdemeanor one time before. I was like, that means you pay 10% to get out of jail. He was like, yep. I was like, well, that's $600. He was like, you do really good math. So on the way home, I stopped by Bank of America, and I pulled $600 right out of my bank account. And I went home in front of him. I said, come here, boy, come here. You ain't doing shit with your life. Come here. And I laid that $600 out in front of him. He said, Daddy, is that my allowance? I was like, you must be out your rabbit-ass mind. You don't get no allowance for doing no shit I told you to do. He's like, then what is that for? I was like, I want you to be able to see that your daddy is rich enough to fuck you up. I want you to see that. Now, if you're a parent, y'all should have clapped on that. Even got a slow clap on that, because listen here, I'm concerned about y'all's financial situation now. Do y'all not have the $600? Well, I ain't selling no T-shirts, and they got weed for you, but I listen, I'll give you all a small business loan. Huh? What's it, Aria? Oh, to get the money up? I see what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down. But I'll give y'all a small business loan. Y'all want to fuck them kids up. Because I don't care no more. I'm at the stage right now, I don't really give a fuck. Like I said, I've been to jail once before. I'm not scared to go back again. These old pussy-ass parents these days, they don't put your hands on the kid. Like, really? And my oldest, I fucked around and choked out the wrong kid in Chuck E. Cheese one time. I took my oldest to Chuck E. Cheese, and it felt like we had been in there for days. We was there probably for 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know. But I was ready to fucking go. I was right. I'm sick of this shit. And I was like, ooh, there he is. I said, bring your goddamn ass. I'm sick and tired of running all over the, wow, you are not even my kid. And I put that kid down, patted him on the head, and walked the fuck away. But his parents was in the back clapping. So we've been wanting to do it for years. Do it. Pussy-ass parents do it. And it's always some pussy-ass parent after the show come up, you really gonna choke a kid, Carlos? Yes. Because I don't have a problem with it. I understand the rules of engagement. I know what it takes, right? Because you never want to choke a kid till they die. That would be wrong. But this is my public service announcement to y'all. Y'all ready for it? What you can do is when your kids start talking shit, you warm up your wrists. And right when you had enough, whack, you put it right around their throat and you choke the shit out of them. Now the key is, you don't choke them till they die. You choke them until their eyes begin to dim. And they start thinking of the life that they would be having if they wasn't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? An 18-year-old of mine. No, I love him to death, but I called him a couple of months ago. He had some edibles in his backpack. And I was like, ooh, back in my day, shit, if I would have got caught with any illicit drugs or anything in my backpack or something, my dad, I wouldn't even be on this stage today. I would have been dead because that's what my parents would have done. But I was like, these parents today, they want to talk to the kids. They want to talk to them. So I was like, I'm going to take a different approach, and I'm going to see what he's into, and then I'm going to try to change it up a little bit. So I asked him, I was like, are you into the edibles? He's like, nah, I just got it from a friend. I didn't really want to try this. I was like, it's something you want to try? He's like, I want to try weed. I was like, okay, cool. I've smoked weed before. So the idea was, he was going to smoke weed with me, and I was going to get him so high that he would never want to smoke again, right? That was the plan. So I went and bought us some weed. I was like, you ready for this? He was like, yeah. I was like, you sound too excited. Bring it down. So I smoked a little bit of the weed. I gave him some, and we did this for like an hour. And then I sent him off to his room to marinate. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go chill out. And then I went back in his room like an hour later. I was thinking he was gonna be fucked up and high and passed out. I went in, he was playing video games and having him a good time talking on the phone. I was like, son, you feel good? He was like, I feel great. I was like, nope, nah, great ain't what I was going for. That ain't what I was. That was not the mission. I was like, we gonna have to do some more of this. So we got to smoking again. We smoked for like 2 hours back and forth, and I was like, you know what? I am gonna take a break. I'm gonna go to my room and marinate because I didn't get my shit together. Like 4 hours later, I woke up and he was standing over me with a hot towel and some water. He's talking about, Daddy, I don't think you should do drugs no more. I was like, your ass ain't ran away yet. Like, that was a good time to get the fuck on out of here. I'm trying to do right, though. I'm trying to do better. I like doing comedy because I've done several jobs before. I used to be a stripper for like a day. Again, I don't need y'all's judgment. I told you I'm talking to y'all like family. And it was literally just one. Matter of fact, it wasn't even one day. It was one song. It was one, it was one goddamn song. And the way I got into the business, it wasn't like the usual route where dudes just want to sling dick on hoes. It wasn't that. I was like, I saw my roommate at the time. He was coming back with all this money. He was ugly as shit. And I was thinking, goddamn, I thought you worked at UPS. They passing out that kind of money at UPS? He was like, no, I'm swinging dick on the side doing stripping. I was like, ooh, shit. Well, I got a fighting chance. So I was like, can I try out? He was like, yeah, you can go. So I went to the little stripper tryouts. And I made the team, but then I was like, I gotta find me a stripper outfit to go. I didn't know what the attire would be because women they can go to a beauty supply store. They got women stripping clothes that they can buy. I was like, I gotta find me somewhere I get my male stripper clothes, and I wound up going to Dick's. I'm gonna let that marinate. Dick's Sporting Goods, because it's right there in the name. It says Dick's. I was like, okay, well shit, surely they have male strip clothes in here. But do y'all know how hard it was to bedazzle a tent? Don't worry about it. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking go with just a vest and some of those Bulls rip away pants where you just go out there, you could just rip the pants away and then you get all the shit going. I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna go with. And I was like, I had to pick a song that I was gonna come out to, and this is where it gets into the song. I said I should never picked out Genuine Pony. That's what I came out to because that was a stripper original, right? But you never want to come out to somebody sexier than you. I should have came out to somebody like Meatloaf or somebody like that. Then I came out and I started doing my little gyrating around. I'm swinging my shit around. I'm like, ooh, this is good. And I ripped off my pants. I was like, hell yeah, it's money time. And I threw my pants in the audience. And right about where y'all sitting was two of my mama's friends. They showed up to the show. And I was like, ooh, shit, Miss Johnson and Miss Maple. I was like, and then they threw my pants back on the stage. I was like, wow, they didn't even throw money on the stage. They threw my shit right back on the stage. I was like, this is real fucked up. Fuck you, bitches. Because now we had to go sit in church service on Sunday, and I was like, they didn't see me slinging my man meat, and I'm watching them give 100 to the Lord. I was like, you could have gave me 50 of that. Like, I get to travel. He was talking about doing travel. I went to do a show in Miami one time. And it was like, it's going to be the hottest club in Miami. And I was like, okay, cool. This is what I'm talking about. And we got there and the parking lot was packed. And I was like, oh, shit, this is what I'm talking about. And we got in, and it was a male strip club. I was like, I don't do that no more. I thought I'm just here to do comedy. I was like, oh, yeah, we know. But it was dudes in there slinging dick, and women was 360 degrees worth of women going, yeah. show us your dick. No. Because I was there to do comedy. And I was like, well, are y'all going to stop the little dudes from dancing so that I can go out here and do my comedy? It was like, nah. So I had to walk out into the center of 360 degrees of dudes swinging dicks and women, hey, show us your dick. And I'm like, how y'all doing this evening? They was like, shut the fuck up. We want to see your dick. I was like, no, not anymore. Then one of the little dancer dudes came over in front of me. He started doing all this gyrating and shit in front of me. I was like, sir, get the fuck out the way. I'm out here to tell jokes. I don't want to see your dick. I was like, but now, as I was doing this, I accidentally knocked the microphone out my hand, and it fell on the floor. Are y'all following the story here? You know where I'm going with this? So as I'm bending down to pick up the microphone, I looked up, and he was in his upswing, just... And it was like Bad Boys, you know that scene with Martin and Will, and everything's in slow motion, and his dick was coming up to my face. And I tried to block it, and I was like, no. And the tip of his dick damn near grazed the bottom of my nose. And then that motherfucker just walked off like that shit didn't happen. I was like, no, don't clap for that, because you ever had a dick to the face? That was not a hot dog. No, that shit was it. I became the first black male Karen. I was like, I want to talk to the dick manager. Where the fuck is the dick manager? Get him out here, because you gonna throw no dick to my face and I just walk the fuck away. I'd have wrote a whole Yelp review and everything. Like, they don't go here unless you want dicks to the face. I keep hearing that. Am I bugging? I keep hearing the microwave go off. Is that what that is? Oh, I'm fucked. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I think I'm high right now. Did y'all notice I kind of changed my pace? You did? I'm gonna take one of them dabs. I'm gonna do a dab tonight. No. You don't gonna have me out here butt naked in these streets. It only happened one time. Listen, you got to be careful in Vegas. I don't fuck around here. I almost got carjacked one night not paying attention to what the fuck I was doing. And the key word is almost. Like, I was paying attention to my phone at the stoplight, and a dude with a gun came up, and he knocked on my window. And he said, get your punk ass out the car now. And I got my punk ass out the car. And I turned to walk down the street to get my life together. But as I looked back over my shoulder, I noticed he was getting out of my car. I was like, well, this shit is weird. So I walked back up to him. I was like, excuse me, player. What seems to be the problem? And he said, I cannot drive a stick shift. I can't drive a stick shift. Let that marinate for a second, shall we? Because I was like, how fucking stupid are you that you chose carjacking as your occupation and you can't do the goddamn job? Y'all, I took his gun from him. I said, hey, man, get your bitch ass back into my car. You about to learn how to steal my shit today. Like, listen, I don't know if you've ever tried to teach somebody how to steal your own shit, but I was like, I don't even want my own shit, because I had a dent on the left side. My alternator may or may not have been going out. My AC was definitely fucked up, and you can't play around with that in Vegas. I was like, no, bitch, this is your car now. This is your car now. You picked the right car. Plus, as I was walking away, I don't think he realized I was on the phone with State Farm. I was already filing my insurance claim. Me and Jake was working that shit out. I like how we laughed and stopped, because I'm trying to get my life together here for the last 40 seconds of what I got to be up here for. Did we have any questions before I get out of here? I didn't think we did. And he told y'all I have a special out on Amazon Prime. It's called Part-Time Famous, because I looked around and it's only a few people who know who I was. The rest of y'all didn't know who the fuck I was. So that makes me part-time famous. That's why we call it that. But I was in the mall several years before we taped the special, and this lady comes running up to me and she was like, oh my God, you're one of my favorite entertainers. And I was thinking, my career is taking off. I said, man, where'd you see me perform? She said, I saw you in San Diego, saw you in Atlanta, saw you in Cleveland twice. She said, but my favorite performance of all time was back in '93 in Oakland. I was like, nah, ma'am, you didn't see me. Because in '93, I was in Little Rock, Arkansas. I was a 5'4" white man. I was like, you ain't never seen me before. I was like, who do you think I am? And she looked me dead in the face. And she said, you MC Hammer, right? I don't like y'all's laughing because that means y'all agreeing with us. That was around the time MC Hammer was broke too. She handed me $20. I was like, ooh, bitch, you are too legit to quit. And I started doing the hammer dance. So, hey, y'all, my name is Carlos Anthony. I appreciate the time. Thank y'all for coming out.
Carlos Anthony, let him hear it one more time, guys. Okay, first and foremost, you guys have a good time. Because here's our deal. Our show's over, but our night is not. The music is going to continue. This stays open till 2 a.m. Also, the food truck is here for at least another 30 minutes.